Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. My name is Vandhya Seth and today we are going to discuss about the French society during the late 18th century. So let's begin. First we will discuss about the Society of Estates. It was a part of the feudal system that dated back to the Middle Ages. The French society was divided in three states. Now we'll discuss what was these three states. The first state was clergy, second state was nobility, third state was peasants, artisans. Society of states was a feudal structure of the society in France prevailing in the old regime. The entire French society was divided into three states: clergy, nobility, and big businessmen, peasants, small peasants. For the first state, it was more about people related to operations in the church, and they got special privileges because of religion. For the second state, nobility, it consists of mainly noblemen, nobles. Uh, they are privileged class by the birth. Now, for the third state, it consisted three parts: big businessmen, peasants, and small peasants. They gave tile to state. Tile. It's a kind of tax paid by all members of third estate to state. Paid by all members of third estate to state. And the lower two classes, these two classes of the third state, give tithes and feudal dues to church and nobles respectively. I mean that they paid, these two paid tithes. Tithes are the tax leved by clergy from peasants. This was 1/10 of the agriculture produce. And you can remember that these two paid tithes. It's a kind of tax, and this is also a kind of tax, but they paid this one. And the feudal dues. They paid tithes and feudal dues. Now we'll move on to our next part. The struggle to survive. This means subsistence crisis. Subsistence crisis. In 18th century, the population of France grew immensely. That means it grew from 23 million to 28 million. It rose by 5 million. Production of food grains couldn't keep pace with the increase in population, so the prices of food grains increased. Here, production of food grains could not keep pace with the demand. So the prices of food grains increased. Also, rise in the wages couldn't keep pace with the rise in food prices. The wages couldn't keep pace with the rise of food prices. Food prices. Uh, a year of bad harvest used to widen the gap between rich and poor. There was a bad harvest which kept the gap between the poor and the rich. So this crisis is known as subsistence crisis. So what is subsistence crisis? It is when the population grew immensely, the production of food grains couldn't keep pace with wages, and the wages also couldn't uh, keep pace with the food prices. So uh, bad harvest widened the gap between rich and poor. So this is known as subsistence crisis. Moving on to our next part. Now, if you look at why the growth of middle class in France proved instrumental to end the feudal privileges. In 18th, now we are talking about 18th century. In the previous subsistence crisis, we also discussed about 18th century. In the 18th century, overseas business and production of goods increased. The overseas production, overseas business and production of goods increased, means gone up. These two factors consolidated the economic position of middle class. The third estate primarily consisted of educated people who questioned the legitimacy of feudal system. The third state was mainly of educated people. I'm talking about the third state. It was mainly of educated people. They questioned about the legitimacy of feudal system. So this was a growing middle class envisages to end an end to privileges. So this was all for today's video. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys like it. If you like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Goodbye. Thank you.